Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. My name is Clearly Stated. You are on my channel, Vibrating Minds. Thank you so much for joining me again. I want to, I'm so excited about this channel now that I'm getting all my equipment and stuff together. I hope you like my little background of my little giraffes. I appreciate them. And, So today I just want to talk about various simplicities. And oh, by the way, if you've watched a couple of my videos on my channel and my content, if it resonates with you, please like that. Hit that like button and share my content and subscribe to the channel. I hope that I can grow this channel quite big within the next little while. I do want to do content every day, bring you some new stuff, talk about the things that I feel are important to me, and hopefully some of my content will resonate with you. What I really want to talk about today is toxicity, and that toxicity that you resonate upon others. The question becomes, are you the toxic environment? Are you the toxic one? Yet you mirror your toxicity, your anger, your frustration, your you being upset. You mirror it onto others, and you blame others. When at the end of the day, you're really the one who's the toxic one. Is that if that's the case, then you really need to sit and think and work on yourself as a human being. So the question really becomes, all that toxicity that you talk about other people having, is that you? Is that your environment? Is that who you are? Yet you're projecting it upon others. If that's the case, and you're the one who's upset, and you always see the glass half empty instead of half full, you have this chip on your shoulders, monkey on your back, whatever it is. You need to kick that off. If you're the toxic one, then you need to self-evaluate and start looking at yourself and who you are as a human being and what it is that you need to change. And then you could be the person that just doesn't want to be around other people. You don't feel like you want to fit in anymore. You don't feel the need to be part of anymore. And that could be the case as well. But you need to evaluate that and figure it out. So I'm going to suggest that you really take a step back today and just evaluate yourself. Take 5 minutes to just step back and look internally and see who you are as a human being and what it is that you bring to the table in the environment that you're in. The toxicity that you complain about and the people that are toxic. And is that really the case? Or is it just that you're the toxic one and nobody wants to be around you? Look, I even got giraffes on my cup. So if you're the toxic one, now you need to figure out, what is it that people recognize in you that you've been ignoring or pretending is not there? What is it that people are telling you that reflects your character traits? And sometimes you have to remember that people will accuse you of things that they are, often. Just like you'll accuse people of stuff, but you are really that part. You are that person. You are what you accuse others of. A lot of the times, it's because you recognize traits in others that you have. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you need to stop and self-evaluate and have a look at yourself. And if you're the one that's the toxic person, you recognize the degree of your misery. Because that's what it is. When you're toxic, you're just miserable, right? And misery loves company. And misery doesn't like to live alone. So it'll do everything it can to bring company on board with them. So when you're really toxic, you're going to be toxic amongst others, and others will either jump in on board with you with that toxicity, or they'll step back. So you need to recognize what it is here that you're bringing to the table, right? Are you jumping in on board? Are you doing that group thing where, oh yeah, she said that, yeah, I'm on board with, or are you stepping back going, wait, what? Who? How come? So if you can evaluate your person and who you are as a character, recognize your own toxic traits, and you can work on those, on bettering yourself as a human being and as a person. Make sense? Recognize your own toxicity. Recognize your own negative traits. Jealousy. Trying to keep up with the Joneses. Never feeling valuable enough. Never feeling validated. Having a sense of aloneness. Not feeling included. Those are just a few of the things that'll bring on toxicity. Yeah, just recognize your own toxic traits and really work on those. Because a lot of what we blame other people of are usually stuff that we are or that we recognize in ourselves, which is why we can so recognize it in others. So just pay attention to that. Self-evaluate. Have a look at yourself. Determine if you're the toxic one. If you're not the toxic one, then you need to step away. You need to step away from that toxicity, because the more toxic you get involved in, the more toxic you'll become. So sometimes you have to pull yourself away from that environment to be able to self-reflect and recognize your own personal toxicity traits. When you're miserable and upset, you want to bring somebody on board with you at all times. So you'll discuss it, you'll talk about it, you'll want, people to go, yeah, I see that. That's what misery and toxicity is about, right? So recognize that. And this goes back to what I was saying before about speaking kindly to yourself. When you speak kindly to yourself and you allow yourself to have those oops moments and recognize what those oops moments are, it gives you that room to self-reflect. And it gives you almost that permission to recognize that that's not a good character trait to have, and you need to work on that. So yes, self-reflection is critically important to the process and how well you're going to do. You have to self-reflect to understand your character, to understand who you are at the core of your humanity. And that means stop looking at others and start looking at yourself. Self-reflection is so important, and recognize that. I'm getting to that 10-minute mark. I won't get into much more of this. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Please go and have a look at my content. If you like what you hear and if my content resonates with you, please like and subscribe to my channel. I want to grow this. I want to make this huge. I have a lot of views happening here. I have a lot of ideas on what I want to do with this channel. So I do appreciate you signing up and hitting that like button and letting me know that my content is resonating with you. I very much appreciate it. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Until next time, this is Clearly Stated, and you are tuned in to Vibrating Minds. Thank you. Just do.